Well, hello again. This is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com. And our ship has landed from yesterday's amazing adventure, and I know that this is kind of unusual having a stream this quickly back to back. But you know what? I've actually got an appointment with my niece and their kids. We're going to go see Sonic the Hedgehog Part 2. It's going to be really crazy. So I thought it would be a really fun time just to kind of lay back a little bit and just go over just a couple of instruments that I think are really kind of cool. And we're going to be doing a giveaway of Orchestral Tools Opaline. So make sure you check the link in the description to get the entry form, and make sure you sign up for that. We're going to be selecting 3 winners of that library. We're going to look at that later in the stream, so make sure you hang out for that. Good to see everybody today. So what I'm playing now, this is a brand new developer called Key Instruments, and this is, I guess you pronounce it Oeser, the Oeser. And this is, you can see by the picture, just a really, pretty beat up baby grand piano. But you know what? It's seen a lot of life because this is a piano that was built in 1887. And let's just kind of look at that. Yeah, cookies. So Franz Oeser was the gentleman that built this piano. It was handmade in Austria in 1877. And you can just go to the website and see this amazing piano that they restored and sampled. Just beautiful. It's just got a lot of character to it. Just look at that. It's just beautiful. So we're going to be taking a look at this. And this is a brand new company for me. And they just released this instrument as well. Look at all of the life and experiences that this piano has gone through. And this is actually in the lobby of Key Instruments facility there. So let's take a look at it. It is a KONTAKT player instrument. So if you don't have a full version of KONTAKT, then this will work in the free player. So let's just dive in and take a look at this beautiful piano. So I've got it pulled up in KONTAKT, and so it's pretty laid out very nicely. I'm going to just turn this up a little bit. It's just really nice. And this is the Pure. We've got different presets here. We've got like a felted version. Let's see. Let me open up the larger, and so we can see all the instruments. So we've got a felted version, a muted version, a picked version, and a pure version. And so let's just start with the pure. That's what we'll do here. That's what I'm playing here. So yeah, just one email, just one entry per person. And also, you'll notice that I've got a mailing list that I want to start to keep you guys up to date on things, contests and news and pop-up streams like this. You can just hear what a nice, delicate tone this has. And since it was recorded in their lobby, it's got a nice, tight, close sound to it. So let's just look at the microphones. We've got microphones at the top. I'm going to turn off the bottom and the overheads for just a second. And we're going to take a listen to just the top. I like the closeness of this. And you're playing a piano that was built in 1877. And I guess what happens with me is the piano's imprint. I guess there is an imprint. I call it an imprint, I guess. All of the people, all of the musicians and fingers and experiences that the piano has had, it carries that. And so I guess when I sit down at a piano, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that character that piano has. That's why I'm just kind of playing the way I'm playing, because it just kind of tells me, I feel it, it's just like, use the force, Luke, you just feel something inside of the character of the piano. It's very sweet. Yeah. Now let's turn on the bottom microphone. That's kind of an interesting, I guess the mic is coming up from underneath the piano. And because you can hear more of the pedal noises. I'm going to turn the pedal noises down just a little bit. Yeah, that's got a totally different character when it's from the bottom. Okay, when I'm muting the microphone, it's triggering some MIDI CC, so I'm going to mute the other instruments to make sure that doesn't interfere, because I'm getting into this. It gives it a different character. And now let's listen to the overheads by themselves. And I love the fact you can blend these together. Another thing to note is the CPU is just really nice, really light on the CPU with this. So this is just the overheads. Turn this up a little bit more. It's got a little clearer, little bite. There's a little bite with those top microphones, which is cool. Now let's mix a couple of these. Let's mix the bottom and the overheads together. The bottom just adds a little more bottom to it. That's very cool. Okay, so let's look at another one of the instruments that they give us here. Okay, well, wait, let's see. Before we do that, I just get ahead of myself. Let's just check out some of the snapshots. So this is a romantic moment. Ooh, okay. You hear those keys. That's really interesting. You can just hear just a lot of nice, Firdaus, yeah, nice. It's very nice. Okay, let's look at one of the other instruments here. Let's do the muted. I'm gonna drag that over there. And so this is, you know, they put their hands on the strings and sample the notes. So they're hand muting the strings here to get this effect. And each of these presets have, well, okay, so they have the same type of setup. And I guess those are just like the mics. So let's do Attack This. And this is with the muted. That's kind of funky there. So that gives you a fun tone to play with. That's really cool. Yeah, really interesting. Okay, let's go to the picked. So they actually used a guitar pick and a guitarist, you know, pick this piano. So once again, it gives you a very different different tone and texture. So let's check that out. And it almost gets, when you're picking, it almost gets like a clavichord or. Yeah, just really, really nice. Wow, isn't that nice? And then you can just stack these. You know, if you can layer these, and you've got this lounge control here, and that controls the ambience of the lounge. Let's just see if yeah, let's go to the couch experience. So that has the lounge mics, like you're just sitting there. This is the same piano. Sometimes when you have the different articulations or the different preparations, it just makes it sound like a totally different instrument. That's very, very nice. Okay, and lastly, we have the ubiquitous felted piano. Very nice, very nice. They did a very nice job for their for their premier instrument. I think they really are starting things off on a very good foot. And it's so good to see everybody. Good to see everybody all over from Texas and Vegas and Poland, everywhere. My friend Will and Ferdaus and Eves. So good to see you. Joel, hello from Texas. Good to see everybody. It's just amazing. It's amazing. I love this. I love this. I love being able to share these experiences with all of you. This is the felted. And what I've got Seventh Heaven inserted as a send. I'm going to go ahead and put Seventh Heaven on this piano and just put a little reverb on here and see what. You hear how nice that is? Yeah. Wow, what a beautiful piano. And again, this is with another reverb, kind of helping to fill that out. Beautiful, beautiful. So make sure you check out the links in the description for the Oeser. I think that's how you pronounce that. And let me turn the reverb off so we can just hear it one more time. And see, that's so cool because it's a dry room. It's a very close and intimate space. That's why you can just push that into, pretty much any room, any space that you have. It gives you a lot of flexibility. So wonderful. So thank you so much for Key Instruments for letting me experience the Oeser. This is a very good first instrument for you guys. And if you look on the website, you can see that they're working on a C7, which is going to be really nice. I'm expecting that to sound very nice. Very cool. Very cool. And so let's move on. So, we were like in the outer reaches of space yesterday with Polaris, and now we're going to be taking a look at something very down to earth. And so, okay, so we haven't got to Opaline. That's coming. That's going to be after this. So hang in there. Hang in there. It's just really cool. So yes, steel pans, and let me pull up the website for this. This is from Andy NARELL, and it is the Ellie Mannette collection, and such a beautiful story when you watch the video on the history of the steel orchestra, where they're taking oil drums and metal pans, and Ellie Mannette was the premier tuner in the world for this type of instrument, where you've got oil drums of various sizes and you're hammering those things out in order to make instruments out of. And it is just such a fabulous collection here. I think this is like, and you can see Andy here with Ellie, and just influenced even as a child to be playing these beautiful instruments. And my good friend Tracy Collins from Indigenous was instrumental in helping them bring this library together. And this is also a free KONTAKT PLAYER instrument. So you want to make sure you check out the links in the description for that. And Lizzie, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. So the main, okay, so what I want to do, let me close the snapshots here. So let's see what we've got. So we've got basically just have one NKI, and I really think that's really helpful a lot of times because it just keeps things organized, and it makes it easy to get around the instrument as well. So you open this up and you have the full band, and the full band, you've got basses, tenor basses, and what they call guitars, mid-range, and the DS, and then the tenors. So let's just play with the full band a little bit. Welcome to the islands. Okay, so that that kind of reminds me. Okay, yeah. Let's see. How does she know that he loves him? Da, 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 da. How does he know she loves him? How does she know he cares? From Enchanted. And my beautiful wife must have heard me playing this, and she's on her way home. Are you on your way home?
Yes. I was thinking about playing that the other day. Now, isn't that something?
Yeah, so you're live. I got you live. So Enchanted, Enchanted's like one of our favorite movies, especially the how will she know that he loves her, and it's just got some beautiful music. So yeah, and so you just call right on cue.
Oh, that's good. Well, you have a good live stream, and I'm glad I was on cue.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing you when you get home, honey.
Okay, we appreciate everybody for watching. Talk to you later.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye, babe.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. You never know. You never know, but I love it. These are just spectacular. And, yeah. And the thing is, this is just the full band, and it's just so playable. The thing is, they recorded so many different velocity layers and just put the expressiveness in there. You even have just some of the rolls. So you can click on rolls. And also the rolls are triggered with a key switch down here. And since Andy is just so deep, he's, most of his life just spent with steel drums and with the steel orchestras like this. He's got such a sensitivity to how these are played. This is just like, yeah, it is just beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's so cool. So I'm going to solo. Let's just solo some of these. So the basses, and yeah, so we'll just solo the basses. Listen how nice and rich that is. Now this has all the basses, so you click on this, and this lets you choose just a single sounds. You've got 4 different basses here, and each one has a different tone, different character to it. And you can adjust the key zones. So when you have the full orchestra going, sometimes you're going to have overlaps with some of the sounds, and here you can control these zones. You can control how they're mapped across the keys when you're using the full band. And let's see. Let's solo the tenor basses. And we can increase the key ranges. And you have 2 of those. And you can either select them individually or with the combination of both of them playing at the same time. And then here are the guitars, the triple guitars here. Yeah, these are so beautiful. And guitar number 2. Having multiple steel drums like this, being able to pair them together, it just releases the harmonics, because there's so much harmonics being generated from these. Even though they've tried to tune them to precise notes, it's just those little inconsistencies, and it's almost like the genes. The genes are a little different. Everything is different. You could do the same type of drum, but they're not going to sound exactly the same. And so when you put them together, it just creates something really beautiful. And all the links are going to be in the description, so make sure you check make sure you always check the description, because there sometimes there's codes, discount codes, or entry forms. Like today, you want to make sure you enter for the Opaline giveaway later on, and so make sure you check out the descriptions always. Come the glory, he come from the kingdom. That's beautiful. And now we've got the DS, the double seconds. These very sweet. So you've got 6 of these. Each one again with a different character, different tone, and then you have 4 different combinations over here. And again, I can feel Tracy Collins's programming under my fingers, because he just has a way of scripting a KONTAKT engine to just let you experience it, and it just is so playable, very playable. Now this is an old, these old tenor drums. Yeah, okay, so like you've got a really old pan here. But when you combine with the other ones, it just makes it sound so beautiful. And of course, you have the touch sensitivity. You can control that. You have reverb, delay. Let's go back to the full band here. And let's turn on some delay. Let's just check that. Yeah, and then you can, okay, so you can, yeah, so you have this whole effects section here that you can send those effects to. Really cool. Chorusing. So you've got a lot of flexibility there. And you've got harmony. So we can click on harmony, and with one note, it'll voice. So you can choose the interval. Let's do a third up. So we're in the key of F. Okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, it does. So let's go to the key of F. And so it'll shift the harmony to what you're playing. And you hit the rolls. So it's a lot of just so much fun. Just so much fun with this. So make sure you check out the links in the description. It just has, let me turn off the harmony here. So this could be the first and last steel pan library that you will ever need, because it's just done by just done so beautifully. So make sure you check out the links in the description for steel pans, Andy NARELL steel pans, and it's honoring the fabulous legacy of Ellie Mannette. And man, you got to check out the video on the Elio site as well, because it just takes you back into some of the history and gives you it gave me a really newfound appreciation for the steel drum. It's so much more than what you might think. So check that out. All right, so Opaline, and I really wanted to make sure I was pronouncing that correctly, but the guys at Orchestral Tools says that you can pronounce it either way, Opaline or Opaline. I like Opaline. It sounds more chill, I guess. But Opaline is a really interesting library for sure. It's like a creative toolkit. You have falsetto vocals, you have guitar, chords, and motions, and you have a really laid back trumpet. And it's just really amazing. So, Orchestral Tools has provided 3 licenses for Opaline, and it plays in the sign player. And all you have to do, just fill out the entry form and the links in the description. And in a few days, possibly a week or so, I'll select 3 winners and notify you by email, because this is something kind of fun. It kind of pushes you out of your normal comfort zone into it just pushes you in different directions. So what I'm going to do, okay, dun, 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 some graphics things going on here. Let's see. There we go. There we go. So this is the Orchestral Tools sign player, and I'm still kind of getting uh, used to getting around in it, but it's like an all-in-one type of system where you have all of your library purchases, and it's actually the playback engine and the browser. So when you download the Opaline, it's going to show up in Creative Sound Packs, and you'll go to Browse, and you'll have single instruments, falsetto, and you'll have processed instruments where you got pads and plucks and keys. So let's go ahead and pull up the okay, I want to remove this one, and see, here we go. Let's remove that. And I'm going to go ahead and just drop that whole falsetto package in here, and it will load all of these into the sign player, and we'll go to performances here. And I'm going to shift these key switches up. Well, yeah, I don't have to do that. So I can, yeah, but that's one of the nice things about the sign player. You can drag and relocate key switches. So I just relocated these up an octave. So let's just kind of play around with this. Okay, now I ran out of notes. But that's another cool thing about the sign player. I'm going to just give myself a couple of more notes, so it'll kind of stretch the sample a little bit, but it gives you a little extra freedom. Nice legato. Just like one dynamic layer, but expressive. The legato is really nice. And the sustained ooze, yeah, use the key switch. Why not? So you can play more than... like take 6 almost. And then we have sustain, ah, and legato. Just really laid back. Yeah, it's just got a very interesting character. Now we got syllables.
to be all.
And I haven't really figured out what those syllables are. But you can build some phrases with these. Yeah, it's fun. Now this is short syllables.
If you, I feel, hold, need, stay, through, to be.
True to be. I can hear something.
All glory if you feel, hold, need, stay, through, to be. All glory if you, I feel, hold, need, stay, through, to be. All glory if you feel, hold, need, stay, through, to be. All glory if you, I feel, hold, need, stay.
Stay. I think I heard stay.
To be close if you, I feel.
Very, very interesting. Now, I think I hear, I might have put some, yeah, I did. I put some reverb on for something that I'm going to show you later.
Need, stay, through.
Now, see how dry that is.
To be all close if you, I.
Now, here's some swells long. And expressive swells. Uh-oh, I hit a key switch. So that's one reason why it's good to kind of stay out of that range. So let's drop it back down. Look how easy that was just to drop that those key switches back down. Okay, so swells. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Expressive swells. Interesting. Yeah, it's just really. And hand percussion. Like snaps and. Da-da, ba-da-da. It's all on the white keys. Like claps and body slaps. That's kind of interesting. Very cool. So let's take this out and let's go back to the library and play with the trumpet. And you see I've got some other things loaded up here. I'm going to show you something really cool. So the trumpet sustains. Just played very lightly, very emotional, expressive. Just almost like they're just barely blowing enough to get the note out, you know? And the legato just makes it so expressive. Almost like a Chris Bodie type of thing. Yeah, it's just chill. It's just so chill. Now this is the sustains, and you can play chord. Little miles, maybe. And portato. And I think, again, just like one dynamic layer, but you can control it with the mod wheel, just kind of get a little bit of expression. Staccato. And staccato short. That's good. That's good. Yeah, it's just kind of laid back, little elevator music. So this is some random flutter. Just some randomness. Here's a random stutter. Trills. It just is to capture just like random performances, real life performances, just like, kind of like unexpected, imperfect type of things. Got sustains bending. You just hear it just kind of bend a little bit, and fragile sustains. Even softer than what they were blowing it in the earlier. Yeah, it's just got a very unique character. Swells. And since it's performed, it just sounds more natural. It's very emotional, correct? Yeah. Will, no, there's not a muted version. It's just like this really soft, underblown sound. I think that muted version would be really cool too. And it is. It's very emotional. And that's a good point, Kisam. So the Sign Player does have a really nice mixer that you can blend the different mic positions that you have. So we have the close, you have two close and then room signals. And I've not dove into those very much. I just was trying to get more familiar with just the character of the sound, but it's really nice to be able to have all of this sort of integrated into the player. And you're just learning more and more every day about the Sign Player. And lastly, with the trumpets, you've got motions. And this is similar to what we're going to see in the guitar. The motions are like motifs and little melodies and snippets of performances that are played in the key. And you notice over here, we have the keys. So right now it's in the key of C, but we can change keys. You can assign this to a controller, and we can change keys there. Okay, so I want to go ahead and show you this while we're here, because this is something that I discovered. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so I'm a big fan of Bohm MIDI Translator, because watch what happens. I can come down here to this control and I can assign it to CC1, which is the mod wheel. So with the mod wheel all the way down, it's going to play the key of C. So I can move the mod wheel up a little bit. Now it's in D flat. And then as you move the mod wheel up, it's changing the key. So like I'm in the key of F. So if you're doing an arrangement in F, then typically you're going to want the keys or the motions to be in F. And when you bring it all the way up, it's going to be in the key of B. And the velocity controls the type of motion. So you hit it soft, hit it hard, it's a different motion. But this is what I did. MIDI... There we go. Bohm MIDI Translator is like a Swiss Army knife that allows me to do so much with my MIDI controllers and that type of thing. And so what I thought is like, there's got to be a way to be able to translate a key to a control that will change keys for me when I hit a key here. And so that's what I did. I created a special translator that takes the keys. So it's like if I play this key, it's going to send out CC 3 value 1. If I play this key up to B, it's going to say, I'm going to send out CC controller 3 with the value of 125. So now when I go back into, let's see, yeah, I'm going to change this to CC3. So now when I go back here into the sign player, watch what happens. See, I'm hitting C and D, E, F, G, G flat. So sometimes when you're in a different key even, I may be playing in the key of C, but I can change the key to F for different chords. See, I'm hitting C. E. Yeah, so it's really a cool thing to be able to do because, you know, having a continuous controller is not as intuitive for me as actually seeing the key. And when I hit the key, I know that's exactly the key that I'm going to be in. It just gives you a little more control. I think there is a free version of Bone MIDI Translator available. So I'll put a link in the description to that because I tell you, it is such an invaluable tool. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm in the key of A. Yeah, so it's just a lot of fun doing that. So that's the trumpet. And I'm going to take that out. And let's just look at the guitar. Go back to the library. And electric guitar. We've got chords and motions. And basically, that's what the electric guitar section is. You don't have single notes. You just have these chords and motions that are in different, yeah. So if you're in the key of C, when you hit an A, it's going to be an A minor. So it's going to voice these according to the scale. So C, D minor, G, and C, back to C. And this plays straight chords down here. It gets a little higher up here. And then up that octave, you get the different motions. And if you hit it with velocity, it's going to change the character of it. So you can hear how it will change the chord. So if you hit this soft, it plays just the major. If you hit it hard, it's going to play a suspended chord. So it takes a little bit of research to find out what these chords are playing. And again, I can change keys here. So even if I'm playing again in the key of C and I choose the key of F here, it's going to make the chord a little different. The guitar is just so sweet. I wish they would have given us single notes so we could just kind of play our own melodies. Listen to that. So that's a lot of fun. And you've got different chords and motions sliced. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And short. Yeah, so you got all kinds of different things going on with that. So that's the electric guitar. And we've got some process things. Got some pads. So this is using the vocals, the vocal syllables, and processing those. And that's called Do. Let's check out Detour. Let's see if I can drop that there. Yeah. I've almost got a gigabyte of RAM loaded in the sine player right at this time. That's kind of cool. So this is wavetable guitar chords. Almost like a synth. So you've got all kinds of different pads. Let's see, let's just go to Polar. This is grainy guitar chords. Wow, just kind of grainy and mysterious. So they've taken these sound sources and given us some really interesting and nice things to use that complement the other sounds. So we've got Plucked. Let's go to Thorns. So this is using the vocals. Yeah, it's just so fun. It's just discovering. It's just discovering what is inside, unpacking this. And we've got some keys, and these are all derived from the vocals, the trumpet, the sax. I mean the guitar. This is actually derived from the vocals. It almost sounds like a Rhodes or a vibraphone. Silhouette. Dun, dun, dun. Thanks everybody for joining me. This has been a lot of fun. That almost sounds like a Wurlitzer. Really cool. Lots of cool things in here. And then they give us like a drum kit. Okay, I stuck it there. Let me just delete this one and change the MIDI channel to 5. Let's go to Performance, and you can see just some laid back. So you can just lay down just like a cool groove and use some of those body percussions that are in that falsetto section. So I thought what I would do is just go ahead and just kind of put together a little a little part, and I'm using the guitar motions and trumpet, and then for the piano, the sine player, it's called Sine Factory. It actually has several free instruments, and I'm going to do a video soon on just those instruments. But Spindle is a free felt piano, and it is just really nice. So I thought I would just put something together using those instruments and using the trumpet. So let me just, I'm going to mute these other things and just start with the guitar. And let's see. Okay, let's just get started with the guitar and the kit. So I just laid down a little groove with the kit. Just kind of laid down a little groove. And then I'm throwing the guitars in here. Just discovering those chords. And you just build on it. Once you find and then I put the trumpet in there. Okay, let me take it back. Let me take it back to the beginning here, and we can just have some fun with this. I'm going to go ahead and just turn the reverb send back on the sine player that I had. It just adds a little bit of space. And here is the piano. This is the spindle. Felt piano here. This is a free piano. And the sine player. So let's go back and let's listen to this. Let me shrink this up a little bit. And here we go. Let's take a trip. And I've got Trillion in here for just like a bass. And Trillion, oh yeah, it's big. Trillion is just like one of my favorite bass instruments to use. And let me turn off my MIDI translator because it's blocking the chords that I was using here. Okay, are you guys ready to chill a little bit? Here we go. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so it's the only word that I can say about Opaline is that it's very chill. It's very chill indeed. Very cool. What and packs like this, these types of packages, it causes you to have to think a little bit differently on how you put a part together, especially with the chords of the guitar, the different textures, the different tones. It puts you in a different headspace. A lot of times we go into making arrangements and things, and we do the same things. And having these types of creative packs to give us little different ideas, to help push us out of our comfort zones and to think about different instrumentation and thinking differently. So that's Opaline. And I think they really priced it very well. Just for what they've given us a lot of creative tools to push us in a really chill, different direction. So it's really nice. And I want to thank everybody for joining me. Make sure you subscribe and click on that notification and fill out that entry form for a chance to win one of 3 copies of Opaline. And I look forward to seeing you next time. I'm going to go ahead and take us out with some more of some chilling out with Opaline. And I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Thanks so much for all the love and support. It just means a lot to